Kentucky fans, what's going on? Before I go any further, before I say another word, I need to know if people can hear me. When you overseas like this, you just can someone tell me, can you hear me? Please. I just want to know if you can hear me before I go on. Because I've did so many videos and every time I do them, people can't hear me. And it's real discouraging. Can someone just leave in the comments if you can hear me? Can you not hear me? But before I go on, can you hear me? Is it good? Because this is, yes, thank you. You can hear me. What's up, Cat fans? Look, I'm excited. I'm angry. Look, I'm overseas. I have trouble with my power, my volume, everything. So I'm trying my best. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's just get right down to this. Kentucky fans are torn over Coach Calipari. That's the topic around YouTube right now. That's the topic on Sports Center. That's the topic everywhere. Is Coach Calipari the man for the job? This is $1 million question. It's so in depth right now. Losing to Gonzaga was not a good thing. And I think if people that was on the line of liking or believing or just holding out hope for Coach Calipari to turn things around, I losing did not make it better for anybody. And what we witnessed for that horrible loss at home for the third time to Gonzaga, it was bad. It was embarrassing for the Kentucky Wildcats to be the laughing stock of college basketball right now. What? When do you see Kentucky being the laughing stock of college basketball? Well, that's sort of what we are. And I mean, people ask me all the time, "Hey man, what do you feel about, how you feel about Coach Cal? Do you think Coach Cal is the person for the team right now?" I'm one of those people who I did a poll, and I'm gonna throw the polls up here in a minute. Right now, I had 746 people that had voted. Right now, well, I'm not even gonna tell you who's winning or who's losing. But anyway, I'm gonna throw that number up here in just a few minutes if I can get everything to work. My first time doing all this, but what are you guys' thoughts, man? Like, is it like has Cal wore out his welcome? Like, is Cal's time at Kentucky just over? I'm one of those guys where in the last video that I made as well, I wanted to explain kind of my thoughts about Calipari. When I look at Calipari on the sideline, and everybody has their opinions and everybody has their thoughts, and that's great, and that's what makes this whole thing so cool right here. But for me, right now, currently, and he has some major things that he needs to fix. But sometimes when I look at Cal on the sideline, I'll be like, okay, you know what? Cal will fix this. Cal will get this right. Somehow, some way, things can't get any worse than where they are right now. So, Cal, what are you going to do for us? How are you going to fix this issue? We're some of us is still counting on you, Cal, to fix it. And believe me, people don't want to hate Cal. People just care about what's going on at Kentucky basketball. This is everything to us. We wait all year long just to be disappointed, all year long to have letdowns. How much longer can the blood continue to pour out of us? How much more can we ask for a better product on the floor? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do we need to do? Look, Calipari, you're not going to hear this video. That's cool. No one in your circle is going to hear this video. Who am I'm just me. But look, Kentucky basketball, we're we're ready to explode. The fan base just needs something to just say it's going to be okay. The bleeding is going to stop. I have an answer for this. I was I was punking you guys. I just wanted to see how far you guys will continue to support the Wildcats. Now let's get down to business. Because if you don't have anything else for us, Cal, then a guy like myself who's still holding on to hope that Coach Cal is the answer, well, how can someone like myself be convinced that you're the man for the job, Cal. Like for real. You got commanders of Navy bases or people who command the military who's in high command. When their leadership at the highest level says, we do not trust you anymore to be in charge, you are relieved of your duties. You can go somewhere else and do something. You just can't do it. You just can't do it here anymore. And I think that's where the fans are at right now. A lot of the fans are at that situation where they're like saying, you can go somewhere else and do what you do. We just don't want you to do whatever it is right here. We don't want you as our coach anymore, Coach Cal. But then there's some of us who still saying, Coach Cal, please fix this. Please fix this issue. We're waiting for that day that we can say Kentucky basketball is back. We had a feel-good win against Vandy, but Vandy sucks. Like we needed. We waited all year from last year of going to Gonzaga and seeing them just beat us from the tip-off to the end of the ball game. And now they come to our home floor and they do the same thing with us only taking the lead for a few minutes of the ball game and finding a way to lose that ball game. Cal, how much longer do you want us to hang around? How much longer do you want us to believe? How much longer do we have to wait until this tragedy is over? Like we started out, you know what I'm saying? We started out the year with this high expectations. High expectations. We really did. And it's just the point where it's at now. This is where I defend you at, Cal. And people probably won't agree with this, and that's okay. But this is where I agree with you at, Cal. You got some changes that you have to make. You have to do that. But also, I've always said that the players out on the floor have to take ownership of how they're playing the game. Like it's only so much you can do. You're responsible because it's your ship, because you're in command. So you're responsible. You're responsible for having the right personnel on the floor. You're responsible for making sure you got the right calls. You're responsible for making sure that at the end of the game, everybody's on the same page with how to execute a play. At the end of the game, the right people are in the ball game to make sure that we at least get a decent shot off. That's what you're responsible for. But our players as well, they got to take some accountability. I listened to Bert's interview, and one thing that he mentioned all the time is we have to continue to communicate at a high level. We have to learn to communicate at a high level. Apparently, that high level communication is not happening. If our guys are out there on the floor and they're lost and they're not communicating, then two things need to happen. They don't need to be in the floor, and you need to get people on the floor who's going to communicate always. You know? So it's one of those things where, Coach Cal, you always going to get the blame for it because it's your team and you're the captain of the team. But at the end of the day, the players have to stand up. Exactly. The players have to stand up and they have to take responsibilities for what it is they're doing out on the floor. Do they want to improve? We can put some points up on the board. We're not sitting here talking about that we can't score the basketball. We got some offensive weapons that we can score the basketball. But if we can't get no stops, if we can't get no key stops, then it don't do no good. It doesn't do any good. We're just running up and down the court with our heads cut off when it comes to defense. The coaches that we're playing have figured out how to play Kentucky. They can't guard us, slow it down, and we can drive right past them. Simple as that. We make Kentucky play our game. We don't make other teams play the way we want to play. And because of that, look where we at now. Dude, we still got all these hard games. We still got 8 games to go. On the road to Auburn, on the road to Tennessee. Got to bring Alabama in. Like, at what point do we say we got to win these basketball games? Right now, they got us, and it's almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but right now we're in a situation where we're going to be playing on Thursday in the SEC tournament. That means we got to play all weekend long just to win it. What do we have inside of us? Coach Cal, what does a team have inside of them that says that we're better than what we've been putting out on the floor? Coach, you got to fix that. You got your coaches there. Listen to them. Listen to people in your circle who can help you. Don't just do this by yourself, man. This is bigger than Coach Calipari. This is about Kentucky basketball. This is about the gold standard of college basketball. But we haven't been. Like, we don't. And at this particular point of the year, most people will tell you our bigs, they're soft. And they're not going to get any stronger because we're not in the weight room. This ain't a time for weight room and working out. This ain't what we're doing now. It's play the game, rest up, play another game. So there's no chance of them getting any stronger. Look, all I'm saying is this. Before we got our 7-footers back, it is coaching issues. Before we got our bigs back, we was fun. We was fun after playing basketball. Trey Mitchell was anchoring us down, and we was playing ball. We was. So I don't know where the disconnect has been at just because we have our 7-footers back. Can we still use them? Yes. But everything has to be used in the right timing. I'm not a basketball guru, but I tell you what I am. I'm a guy who loves Kentucky basketball, who bleeds blue. That's who I am. And do I want to see us continue to get red on the floor? Do I still want to continue to see us getting beat, our heads beat in? No, I don't. And surely the players don't. Surely the coaching staff doesn't. This is not fun anymore. Kentucky basketball is just, it is what it is. We gotta do better, man. This means something to us. We're gonna be here long after these players, long after these coaches are gone. We're going to be here, and we're still going to be loving our Wildcats. Let's fix this. Let's get this right. Let's figure this out. Get somebody in there that can help you. Get somebody in there that really wants to help you. Coach Cal, I like you. You our guy until you gone or they replace you. But for right now, us as fans, we just want to see an improvement. And we want to see an improvement right now back up to the standards of Kentucky basketball. Like we used to be able to walk around with our UK clothes on with our chest poked out high because we understood who we rooted for. That's who we are. That's what Kentucky basketball is about. The tradition of what it is. The people who have come before, who have played on that hardwood floor. That's what it means to us. That should be a check in the block when you recruit a player. Do you understand what it means to play basketball at the University of Kentucky? I don't care what star you are. Do you understand what it means to put on a Kentucky uniform and come on the floor and play? If you don't, son, I cannot use you. The standards are high. You're not going somewhere else down the road. This is Kentucky basketball that I'm trying to recruit you for. Understand the standards. Can you live up to it? And that's what we're not doing the past couple of years. People, I got to get money. You know what I'm saying? I got to get money. You'll get your money, but right now we're here to win ball games. And Coach Cal, we're rooting for you. So with that being said, let me see if I can refresh this page right here and see if I can put this up right here just to show where the vote is at right now. So I did let me see. I did a vote. I did a poll of Coach Cal, and I want to be able to show this for a second. If I can do this, so bear with me. Let me see if I can share my screen. I apologize for not having this ready. Share screen. I need to go like right here. I think this is it. Share. So as you guys can see right here, man, this is where it's at. Right now, 757 people have 757. I got to share my screen right here. 757 people have voted. 50% of the fans says they still want Cal. I mean, I'm not doing the numbers. Out of 757 people, 50% of them says, I still want Cal as the coach. Somebody still believes in you, Calipari. I mean, I'm just saying, somebody still believes in you enough to say, come on, fix this. It does. Like 36% says, yes, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for Cal to go. Getting there, 14%. So, Cal, somebody out there believes in you. Somebody still wants to see the best come out of you, Calipari. Some of us are still like, okay, he's did it before. Has the game of basketball just passed him by? And a lot of people are going to say yes. A lot of people are going to say, hey, it's just passed you by, Cal. You got to move on. You got to let somebody else come in and run the show. So those are the numbers right there. And 50% says no, Cal, it's not time for Cal to be replaced at all. And that's the numbers. And I just posted this earlier today, like 12 hours ago. So hopefully I'm assuming that it's going to get a lot more. So Tubby Smith was run out of town with a better record than Cal. If you compare the last 10 years to Coach Smith 10 years, he hasn't lived up to Coach Smith. There's another fan talking. That's how they feel. That's how these fans really, you know what I'm saying? This is just how he feels. A Tennessee fan, I hope y'all keep Cal. Rick Barnes owes him. Hey, that's it. That's a Tennessee fan. That's a Tennessee fan talking. Since when does Tennessee own Kentucky? Look at this. That's what you get. That is it right there. So that's the numbers, man. Hope I can turn this off. Okay, can I turn this off? Yeah. So there it is, man. The fans are speaking. They're not done speaking yet. We're getting it. Y'all see the comments. I don't have to read the comments. You guys see the comments. Fans are hurting. Fans are sad. Fans are like, look, we understand that there's more to life than basketball. But in the scope of things, it's really not a lot of things out there bigger than Kentucky basketball in your life. Like, people prioritize their love for the Kentucky athletics department. People prioritize that. And when they're not getting what they're used to, how can you ask a person to be happy? You can't be upset if they upset because they're not seeing the standards of what Kentucky basketball has built. You can't be upset. You can't. So let's find a way to fix this. Let's find a way to get better. This is for the players and the coaches. But the coach has to demand more. If you got to play 5 people the whole ball game and those 5 people are making it happen, then you play those 5 guys for 40 minutes. It's about bringing the guys on the floor who really want to be there. Who really want to be there. Who's really going to give you something night in and night out. And don't talk to Kentucky fans like they don't know what they're talking about. Like, this is their heart. Like, this is what they do. This is who they bleed the blood of the Kentucky Wildcats, the Big Blue Nation. Like, this is it. Got to do better. Have to demand. We have to demand more. And it starts inside of the locker room from the head guy himself, John Calipari. See? I mean, look, I'm not crazy. There's people out there who feel like this. There's people out there who genuinely think, look, this is my best 5 players, play them. Make them beg me to come out for a few minutes. Because I'm riding, this is who I'm going to ride with to get me to where I want to go at. This is a year that we are desperately wanting to see success for this year. I think we got a really good team. I think the fans think we got a really good team. It ain't all coming together though. It's just not all coming together like we wanted to. That's that one side of offense, and that defense is just so far behind. It's just so far behind. Could you imagine the turmoil if Kentucky football had an offense that was just superb, that an offense that could put up 55 points a ball game, and the defense was giving up 64 points a ball game, do you think? Do you think it would be all, this is okay, it's no problem? No. It would be some issues. Period. Do your job. That's what you're here for. Offense, defense, you do it. You crash the boards. You get on the floor. You know what you got to go do. You at Kentucky. If you don't do it, you sit over and you talk to me for the whole ball game, because I'm going to put out there 5 guys who will get this done, because, young man, you're not doing it. And it's my job to win ball games here, not to impress you. I brought you here because I saw something in you and I thought you had it, but you're not translating that on the basketball court. So these cheers over here, you sit over here with us. Go ahead and put on your warm-up jacket. You won't be going back out on the floor tonight because you haven't shown me that you deserve to be on the floor. That's the attitude that we need to have. So what for feelings? Oh, don't hurt my feelings. Oh, don't do that. Cal, be coach. That's what you're getting paid $10 million for. Be the coach. Be the leader. Lead the guys. Teach them. Instruct them. Let them know that you still believe in them, but be firm and hold them accountable. Across the board. Across the board. Don't favor a certain amount of players and then tell other players, I'm just not going to believe in you. Because it's that one player who you said you don't believe in is the ones who will go out there and give you everything they got, night in and night out, period. You don't have to wonder if those guys are going to come in and give you anything except their best. Those are the ones that's probably sitting on the bench. You got to figure this out, Cal. You got to figure this out in a hurry. Because there's no reason why I should turn on YouTube and every other video that I see is about, should Calipari be fired? Is his time at Kentucky up? What's going to happen? People are already talking about who should be replacing Cal. Dude, we're getting ready for March Madness. We're getting ready for March Madness, and this is the stuff that we have to see all day, every day. This is not Kentucky. No. It's, this is about what's going on inside that locker room. We hold Stoops to a high standards. You don't think we're not going to hold you to a high standards too? Absolutely. The fans are hungry, and the fans put too much into this to be treated like this. We're no fools. We're sitting there watching it on TV. We're watching it all unfold. And we got our arms folded too. You don't have your arms folded. You out there and you're working. You're working. I wish I didn't make $10 million a year. Bro, we'll be winning championships every year. Because I'm fighting the 5 guys that want to go to war every single night. And when you find that, I think we find success. But it starts with Coach Cal for sure. Yep, that's right. Kentucky basketball. That's once again. This is from a Tennessee fan. I stream to my other account too as well. So this is we all know this. Kentucky was like Alabama to football. We are the standard. We're not anymore. We're not anymore. Even UNC Washington is saying, maybe that's not a quality win after all. Kentucky ain't no good. Everybody's beating them. That's bad when you have UNC Wilmington saying, oh, well, we thought it was a good win. They're not even any good. So that's not even a quality win anymore. That's how bad it is. You know it's bad when that happens. It is. You know it's bad when that happens. So, Coach, it's very hard to play 5 games, 40 minutes a night. Extremely hard to do that. My point of saying playing 40 minutes a night is because you got to get the attention of the other guys. You got to find a way to get their attention. Are you going to put guys out there who just going to go out there and then we just fall behind? And then the other guys got to come back in and assert that type of energy just to get caught up. Then they got to exert more just to get ahead. Then they got to exert more energy to keep the lead. You got to put the people on the floor. Of course, we definitely got to pay more than 5 people a ball game. That's just me saying you got to put the people on the floor who's going to give you the best chance to win the ball game. And it's going to take more than 5 people to be on the floor in one night. It just is. I don't care what team you are. Unless you got everybody else hurt and all you got is five guys, then that's exactly what you got to do. And then we would understand losing that game. Hey, our legs just didn't hold up. Our guys played a whole ball game. But we can't appreciate losing a ball game if we know we got 5 guys on the floor who's played 40 minutes apiece and they gave it every single thing they do. They left it all out there on the basketball court. We could be okay with that loss. That's okay. We got beat that game. That's cool. But you know what? All 5 of our guys played 40 minutes. We just couldn't hold up down the stretch. We can be okay with that. We can't be okay when you got all that talent sitting on the bench and we don't know how to use it. And we're losing ball games because the wrong people are in the game at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing. That's a coaching thing. It is. So, I agree. Players got to get in the rhythm. You should never be on the floor without at least 2 people. You need to have Reed and Shepard. You need to have Reed and Dilly. You need to have Reeves and Dilly. 2 of those guys need to be on the floor at all times. Unless they in foul trouble, 2 of those guys got to be on the floor at all times together, all ball game. Playing them short minutes, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. It just ain't. I think what happened to Trey maybe is he was playing excessive amount of minutes, and I think it just caught up with him. Because I don't think where he was at West Virginia or his other places, he was demanded to do as much as he is here at Kentucky. And I guess it finally just took a toll on him. But he'll be back. I hope he'll be back. I think he's too much of a warrior to come back. The last couple of games, you can see he just didn't give us a whole lot. I think he was burnt out. But we need him back as soon as possible. We need him back, and I hope he's getting the rest or whatever the healing that he needs so he can get back on the floor. That's for sure. But Kentucky's definitely got to fix things, and we definitely got to figure out this thing and how to get this together. 5 core guys, sure, you need to subs, but a real rotation is 7 to 8 guys. And those 7 to 8 guys, you need to prove yourself early and often that you deserve to be in this 7 and 8 rotation. Period. Guys, no disrespect to you. I love you. I love you at Kentucky. I love you like a son. But these guys right here are going to take us to the promised land. Are you okay with that? Because if not, I understand. But I'm the coach, and I got to make sure that I have the best interest of the Kentucky program at hand, always on the floor playing basketball. A lot of people actually feel that way. Cal should have been fired when y'all lost to St. Peter's. They should. And and Vol State had to throw in the Peacocks. Like, he couldn't just say St. Peter's. He had to throw in the Peacock. You see how embarrassing this is? When you got a Vol fan here trolling because Kentucky is looking so bad? It's bad when you got a Vol fan here. He's probably at work right now, but we have a Vandy fan that's always in here trolling us. Always. That's bad. That's bad. Like, we might as well just put a bag over our head because things just ain't going right whatsoever for the Kentucky Wildcats. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I wanted to go live. I don't get a chance to go live very often, except if it's a ball game or whatever. We can complain about what's wrong with this team and all the teams every year, but what's the common denominator in every situation? Poor coaching. That's it. Like, the fans are speaking, Like, the fans are speaking. The fans are letting the program know, the fans are letting them know how we feel. And we're not happy. And when you hear the boos coming to the TV against Gonzaga, dude, like, you don't get the boos at Kentucky unless it's the referees making an absurd call for no reason, stopping the game because somebody else on the other end falls, and we getting ready to score in transition. Then you hear boo. But you should never hear the fans of Rupp Arena boo because our team just continuously fail to get it done. That's just not acceptable. Um, Lifetime contract. Nothing that none of us can do. None of us. We just got to go with the punches, and we just got to see what happens. But I can tell you, for one thing, as a fan, we're not happy. We're not happy. Jimbo Fisher was fired for double that. It's a sticky situation. Really, really sticky situation. And Coach Cal's walking on that hot coal right now, like real hot. Like he just got to glide through the air. He can't even land on his feet because it's so hot. He will get burned. Come on, Cal. Others might not feel like this, but I'm speaking from my heart. Figure out a way to fix this. Give us our team back. Show us what it tell us and show us what we already know about what Kentucky basketball stands for. We deserve better. I can't argue. Like when people put these negative comments about Calipari, I can't even I can't even sit here and defend it because I'm angry. And I love my Wildcats. And I know everyone on this that's watching this, besides the Vol fan, loves the Wildcats. And we're frustrated. And we want to see better. And we deserve better. We really do. And Cal, you have to find a way to put that flame out and take our guys into battle. And let's get a W. There's no way. Let me ask you guys a question. What happens if we lose to Ole Miss at home this week? How do you think everything goes down if we lose to Ole Miss? First of all, do you guys think we can even beat Ole Miss? Or you can't even say, oh yeah, Ole Miss, we'll win that ball game. There ain't gonna be no problem. We'll win it. Can we beat Ole Miss? Will we beat Ole Miss? And what happens if we don't? Woo! It ain't gonna be pretty, man. It ain't gonna be pretty if we lose to Ole Miss at home. 4 straight at home? We can't lose to Ole Miss. Somebody tell me, please, we can't lose to Ole Miss. Ole Miss loss is a tournament-ended game. Like that's the magnitude of it. Like we can't, guys, ladies, we can't lose this ball game. We can't. Please, somebody tell me we got what it takes to beat Ole Miss at home. Ole Miss is playing with house money, baby. Nothing to lose except a chance to like you can't even pad your schedules playing Kentucky. Like it's not even a quality win anymore, I guess. Because teams are beating us too easy. They're making it look too easy. They just are. So we got to come out fast. We got to come out aggressive. And we got to have it together. And I hope those guys in the locker room understand what's at stake. Because us fans do. And we understand we lose that ball game. Heads will roll. I really feel it. I really feel if that's the case. So I don't even want to think about losing to Ole Miss, man. Like I don't. I don't even want to think about even going down to Auburn, even playing Auburn, because I can't even get past that. We still got to play Ole Miss at home, and I lose and I streak at home. It's not positive, man. Ole Miss isn't a gimme game. They can win this one. On paper, UK should win easy, but we is on paper beating Jazz. Yeah, my head's already rolling. I know my head's already rolling. So, wow. I'm scratching my head because I don't know what to say. This right here it just bothers me. It does. It makes me feel sad. Like this is like being away from home, being away from family. It's just me working. Like this is the kind of stuff when UK wins, like it makes me smile. But when they lose, it just puts me in a funk, man. It just does. Like, Yeah, it really does. So go Cats. Tennessee doesn't recruit like UK, and somehow we got better players and coaches. I'm just saying. I didn't say it. It is what it is. Yep. And it comes first. It comes first. I've always said that, Phil. When you come to Kentucky, it's what's on the front of your jersey. This right here. This right here has to mean something. If you're coming to Kentucky, it ain't about getting my NIL deal. It's not about how fast can you get me to the NBA. While I'm at Kentucky, I'm playing for this right here. This is what I'm playing for right here. I'm playing for UK. It has my heart and my dedication and my commitment to do the best I can for ever how long, ever how short I'm here at Kentucky. And I don't know if we can say that. If UK gets beat by Ole Miss, I'm jumping ship. I'll root on the Vols. And what did Adu say? Adu Theo said it best. What did he say? And I hate, every game that we got beat, we've had somebody that has played sort of out of their mind. We have, and we got beat. And it's sad because they can't enjoy it. They can't enjoy the fruits of their hard labor out on the floor because we lose. So it's not about it's not about, hey man, you had a really solid game tonight. Good win. No, it's about what happened. It's about what happened. People got to understand, man. Playing for Kentucky is not for everybody. But if you're so lucky to walk through that door, and if you're so lucky to don that jersey of a Kentucky Wildcat, then you need to act like it. You need to act like you understand what the standards are. You got to understand what's acceptable here in Kentucky. Because just going halfway about it, that ain't what we do at Kentucky. You go hard or you go home. So don't come here just to get your money. You understand? You're playing for Kentucky. The fans will hold you accountable for everything you're doing. So are you ready for that? Because we demand our Wildcats to be great every single year. We do. Is that unrealistic? Maybe for some people, but not here at Kentucky. This is what we do. We want people to fear playing us again. We want people to be afraid to come in the Rupp Arena again. Nope. Can't wait, Coach. Matter of fact, Coach, let's go there 4 or 5 days earlier. Let's just go stand in the middle of the court and step on the court. Let's just go right now. Ain't nothing to fear about Rupp Arena no more. It ain't Kentucky anymore. And to me, that's disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. We gotta do better. We gotta rep the name on the jersey, Kentucky. People gotta understand, man. You say the name Kentucky, it used to be amazing. Oh, you got that basketball team in Kentucky, huh? Oh, y'all boys good. You guys can ball. Then it's like, who you cheer for? You cheer for the Wildcats? Why would you cheer for the Wildcats for? They garbage, dude. Like what? Like why you cheering for them? Because that's my team. And I love my Cats and I believe in them. We just got to have people inside that locker room who play and who coach who believe in the Kentucky Wildcats. And when you do that, it's a recipe for success. That's all it is. That is really it. So thank you guys once again. I appreciate it. It is now 5 minutes to 8 p.m. here. I have to go to bed because I have to be up at 1:30. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's my social media down below. Make sure you hit me up on YouTube. Give me a subscribe. Last month, a lot of you guys subscribed last month. And I just want to say thank you. Like last month was good. I don't have the big numbers like a lot of people have, but I appreciate who I do have. And I say thank you guys for all of you. If you're on X, hit me up at Big Mike 2014. I appreciate the love. Thanks for all the comments and everything. And thank you guys for taking time out of your early day to spend time with me. Sorry about the video before. Something messed up, so let me just go live or whatever. And I appreciate it. So go Cats. Let's get this win over Ole Miss. Let's get back in the win column. Let's get mentally prepared for what is left for the rest of the year. And let's see if we can make some type of salvage Let's see if we can make some kind of salvage for the rest of the season, for the rest of the regular season, and then let's let the rest take care of everything else. Because if we don't end strong, we'll be doing NIT videos of Kentucky Wildcats, maybe playing Vandy again. So it's one of those things. Go Cats.